Hello, thank you very much. I'm Nur Mohammed, and this is my last semester. I'm a student of MBIS, and this is my last semester, and the subject is professional practice. Thank you, Dr. Mehboob, for supporting all the way, and you make it too easier for us to understand as you break it down the process of this research and make it more easier for us to go through all this research process. So the company which I chose is Australian based. It's called the Checkbox, as I have submitted in my research report, which is up to 5,000 words. So now I'm going to present it here, and so I have gone through all of its research, where the problems are, what its quantitative and qualitative um, the research about it, and another things, the most important thing is its solutions which I come with, and solutions, and after that I, as a business analyst, as the job is to give the recommendations, which is the important part of this research. So let's start with the presentation. So the organization is the Checkbox. Checkbox is my chosen organization. It is a software company, startup based in Australia. What they do is the service include the usage of no-code platform to facilitate the digital transformation of regulation. Services are based on self-service parameters and cloud operations. What they do is the problem which we identified in this is that their process is so um, congested, or it's so messy. Like there is not any autonomous system to generate the results. So everything need to be done and then manually. So that it is, so we use the drag and drop studio. Uh, so the solution is the concept is benefit for the clients. Um, there should be an autonomous system. The main thing we focus on, there should be autonomous system to give result to these all inquiries, to the all the whatever the people are coming with assessments. There should be autonomous generation despite of using the codes. So now we started. The problems which we targeted, what are the problems in this new startup is the lack of efficient decision making within the organization. Okay, when we talk about the decision making, it's like they're making decisions little, little, and less decisions, not on the right time. So decision is the most important thing. So we pick up the problem as the decision making. Another is the weak professional relationships, and the third one is the frequent issues with sufficient productivity, and the fourth is the lack of effective communication. And understand that how much effective is the communication for the growth of an organization. Another is the dispute between the team members. That's really of serious concern when we how a team can grow up when they have the dispute with each other, when they are pulling each other instead of one goal, instead of if somebody is thinking that I'm important, but it's not the me, it's, I guess it's the organization. The organization's goal is important. So we will discuss in detail. Unnecessary arguments and conflict across the workspace. So unnecessary arguments, difference of opinion, difference of conclusions, different minds come to different conclusions. Everybody has its own, but it should be um, in a team simple point agenda to build the team up. Misunderstanding issues in coordinating and confusion, lack of people motivation and quality across the work being environment. So what is the role of business analyst? When I research, when I go through this all, the checkbox, what I as as a business analyst, um, when I visit their office, so obviously I will see the things. I will come with recommendation without going in their system. If I'm walking in their organization and seeing that what's happening around and who is doing what and how the things come on and control system is going on, so as a business analyst it will take only a 1 or 2 minutes to judge that what's happening around and what need to be improved. So I came across here bridging the gap across ideas and capabilities for a business. So improve and optimize the business regularly, identify and carrying out of the required changes, um, conduction of regular business appraising reporting. So once the business analyst comes and see and identify the issues that these are the issues, and it go to the organization and tell them that this is the problem where you are facing. So it is the it is the, then the business analyst give the recommendation that this and this can be the changes in the checkbox whatever you are doing, and this should be to this level. And as I have explained, outlining of opportunity issues and scopes across a business, building better operational environment across the business, planning budgeting and forecasting, pricing and reporting the programs. So the main important thing which I come is the recommendations. What the recommendations I give for the checkbox to improve their growth, improve. There is always there is chances of improvement. I was in a class of project management. One of the professor was saying that when he was the CEO of a company, the company was making 30 million annual annually. He came with the idea. He said that we can do it to the 60 million, and when he reached the 60 million, he said that when we can do 100 billion, we can do 1 billion. So there is always chances and improvements always are there. It's the business analyst who identify the fault lines and identify the problems where we are facing, so it can help in that growth. So the recommendation which I came for the checkbox is the development of suitable communication model. Communication is the most important thing. As I discussed, is that um, communication is first module to understand role of business analyst. Um, Business analysts come with the soft skills, with hard skills. Hard skills are those which I learned through the knowledge, with wisdom, with my technical education. But soft skills are some different, which are the part of communications. If I'm not able to do anything, but by the soft communication skills, if I request somebody, uh, the job can be done. So the communication is the most important. So as I take the example of the Torrance University, if we go to the Torrance University emails, they keep us the email. They want to see your progress, what's happening. No, this is your subject. You are, have to submit this assessment. Have to do this. Have to do this. So there is a continuous flow of emails to see my work progress, what's happening to make me successful. So that's the role of a business analyst, to make sure there is effective communication in the organization, so um, they are on the same page, like at the teacher and professor, me and professor communicating and same thing. So it's the same as in the organization. Communication is the most important thing, um, which will lead us that all are on the same page. Another is insurance across ethical consideration to avoid ethical problems. Another issue the organizations come across is the ethical issues. When we talk about the ethics, um, ethics check checkbox due to the lack of ethics can lose um, accountability. It can be uh, when we talk about the ethics, it's more about accountability, responsibility, and liability. So if these three things are like in an organization, um, its growth level will goes down, or it will remain at the same place where they are. So my recommendation, I give the recommendation to them to increase their level of ethics, take it as a responsibility. The team take it as a personal responsibility, do their accountability, liability. So these are the when we talk about the ethics of an organization, these should be their core values. Increased individual accountability across the teams. So if I'm manager, if I'm the team member, or if I am the bosses of the organization, that matters a lot. So I have to be accountable what I am doing, what my growth is. If I am setting a target, it should be done. So accountability is the third recommendation. Another is the increasing the obedience factor for the employees. When we talk about the obedience, I put it at the number four for the recommendation uh, is the there is a command and control in organization. To follow the command and control, whatever the decision they are making, the employees should follow that decisions. So fifth, I come across with inclusion of new technologies with regular innovation and IT governance. Um, any any business any business with combination of technology, it never fails. Never. Very rare chances that any organization which has the technology in it fails. Very rare chances. So the fifth one we introduced is the new technologies like artificial intelligence, like as we discussed, the autonomous system, auto-generated results. So there not should be a manual way like somebody has to write it down and the client is waiting for our response. So it's the message comes in, there should be an autonomous response to that client until I get there and then look after and then I respond it again. And another recommendation I come with is development of suitable business reports. When we talk about the business reports, um, business reports are the most important um, because they track the opportunities and challenges, whatever the organization is facing. It's more about the planning, business reports, and suggestions and recommendations. So when I, as a business analyst, will visit any organization, I will go through their um, all the. I will write a business report like this. This should be done. This and this. So these are the planning, business reports, suggestions, recommendations. That's the job of the business analyst. And another is the application of improved decision making models. When we talk about the decisions, it's Um, when we when we talk about the decision, is the uh, command and control. When they are making a decision, so all the employees are obedience to that decision and working as a team, not as a group, working as a team to done their job. That's all my presentation for the checkbox. So thank you very much, Dr. Mehboob. I hope you will um, you will whatever I go through, whatever I present. So I hope you will understand and give me appreciation or whatever things if I miss. Um, so whatever I guess your 5 questions, whatever you have asked me about that, identifying a problem, targeting the issues, giving recommendations, giving solutions. So I guess all of them has been covered in this presentation. And in the finally, I'm really grateful, thankful, and to you for your this support through this all of this subject, um, which all happened. Another final thing which I want to say is that I was working with Department of Education in Pakistan, and I'm still doing research on their project, but it's a so long thing, um, including the interviews of the deputy commissioners there, the officers there, the local politicians. It was a long research doing, and I'm really keen in doing that research. Once I finish that research, I will share that research with you as well. So because lack of the time, then I have to switch to this checkbox. Um, for sure, I will share that as well with you. But this is my final research on the checkbox, so which I have to submit it. Thank you very much. Thank you.